and welcome to On the Record with Kevin and
Tiffany.
All right. Hey, it's been a while since we have.
It's actually Tiffany and Kevin, but go ahead.
Yeah, Tiffany and Kevin, whatever. Okay, so it's been a while since we've been on the air. And so I've been getting a lot of emails from different people go, hey, what's going on? Well, Tiffany was in a car wreck where she got T-boned and she came out of it slightly shaken and stirred all at the same time. So all the recordings that we've done, they had me concerned because I was a rational person in the room. And when I'm the most rational person in the room, I'm generally concerned.
Well,
so we're back.
And also I had a headache for 3.5 weeks before.
Yeah, and your own painkillers, et cetera, right?
After the accident. And so, yes, I was on painkillers. I didn't take much of those, but it was the pain itself. The headache and the back pain.
Yeah, but we're back.
So difficult.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have been able to sit through this.
Well, first of all, congratulations on winning the Inspire Award from that we were
from
awarded.
Brain Nation.
From Brain Nation this weekend. So that was really good. The girls enjoyed that. So tell us a little bit about that.
Brain Nation is amazing. And so what they do is it's a school system, the Inspire Academy. So this event was a fundraiser, but it was also an award ceremony. And the award recipients were people who were visionaries and who have accomplished certain things in the community. It's really about mentorship in the community. And so Brain Nation gave me the Visionary Award. Last year, the award went to John Quinones. So it was just a huge honor to have them do that and to recognize the work we're doing to fight kidney disease in innovative ways. But Brain Nation, they have brought the first rehabilitation school to San Antonio, and it's a high school for kids who have had problems with addiction. And it's very innovative, very inclusive, and it's just I believe in what they're doing. So to receive an award from them was humbling and an honor.
Oh, good. That's a good thing. Well, here we are an opinionated show, and I have a lot of opinions. But our big push is B1 republicanism, right? If that's a word, it is now, right? And by Black First, right, we mean we need people there in the room at the table to express the ideas that are coming from people who look like you, talk like you, in the same category as you. And so this is what that looks like in real time, not just someone on the radio talking or on the internet talking, but someone out there actually living and breathing the things that we talk about from on that viewpoint. Yeah. Right.
And also it's that, anytime you're trying to solve a problem, you have to do it from within. You have catalysts on the outside and catalysts on the inside. So if you're not at the table, if your voice is not heard, none of your agenda will be furthered.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. So transition from that Inspire Award. We talked about Brain Nation sponsoring that award and you being recognized. But let's talk about just going forward at the Kidney Foundation, right? So you were shaken and slightly stirred from the car wreck and some of the stuff. Well, it was very funny on the recordings. I should probably post some of that stuff on the internet. But let's talk about the transitions at the foundation. Talk about what we have coming up as we prepare for the 2023.
Well, Texas Kidney Foundation has experienced a major transition because with several things. One, we changed our mission. We changed our mission during this pandemic, and the mission is to stop the progression of kidney diseases. Well, that's a big deal because that particular mission meant that all of our resources, our energy, what the foundation was doing and who we were aligned with had to be evaluated. And we had to think through the process. Okay, well, Well, what does this mean? Well, historically, Texas Kidney Foundation had been aligned with downstream.
Explain that. When you say downstream on that, what is that?
Downstream is the back end of chronic kidney disease. Downstream would be dialysis and transplantation.
Which all those are good things.
Those are both very important therapeutics. Those are both very, dialysis is life-sustaining for most of the kidney disease population that's in end-stage renal disease. The transplantation is the same for those who are blessed enough to get the gift of life. But what we represent is the 22 people a day that die waiting for a transplant. We also represent the people in stages 1 through 5 who are not going to get the transplant. And that's a larger percentage of people with kidney disease. So how are we going to help them? And if you take that 10,000 foot view of the disease, we know that a lot can be accomplished with early detection of the disease and what you put into your mouth.
Yeah, so there's a lot of transition on that.
So with those two things being our focus, then who we were aligned with, all of a sudden, there was a lot more clarity in, okay, we need to be aligned with people that are upstream, that are food-based, that are early detection based, and therapeutics that go along with early detection.
Yeah, and then also just realizing, just adding into that, just there that everything isn't chronic kidney disease when you have kidney failure. So that's the big thing there. And so a lot of times what I see just with it is that we will say chronic kidney disease, that tends to insinuate or put some onus back on the individual because it's usually through food and something they did to their bodies. In most cases, not all, right? But when you just say kidney disease in general, that means there are a lot of things that are genetic that you have absolutely no control over. I think Reginald Ballard says it best. He said, hey, I lived a clean life. I didn't do drugs. I didn't, goes through this whole thing. And his kidney still ended up failing, right?
Right.
So there's something else going on. So part of the early detection that you're bringing is...
so that, with that realization right there, that one nugget, hey, there may be something else going on. That also prompted us to say, what are the other things that could be going on?
Yep.
Is there testing for those things? And can we bring it to our community?
Yep. Can we? Yep.
And that, so we've been keeping our nose to the grindstone and quiet because we have been planning.
Yep.
In order to really, truly have the impact on our community and the health of the people in our community, we have to bring more to the table than just back-end therapeutics.
Yeah, and then there has to be the other item that we're bringing is the additional things that go with early detection. It's more than just the creatinine meter, which is a very excellent tool. There are other things that we bring to the table.
So
and also education.
We went and found the best early detection methods and more convenient, varying methods because our thing is we can't do all things. So we're going to do a few things incredibly well. Yeah. And that's early detection. So we went to find one of those things is early detection. Secondary is education and tertiary is support. Yeah,
it's really the education part. So when you look into the actual literature, that the scientific literature on what's the most effective way of doing this, there's a lot of low involvement or small number of black and brown, right? And I know a lot of B1s get upset when you say black and brown, but that's what it is. A lot of black and brown people who are underrepresented in the scientific studies. We're underrepresented in all the things that would improve our health. right? And we're overrepresented disproportionately in actual sicknesses, right?
In the aggregate numbers.
Yeah, in the aggregate numbers. So we have really been fortunate to meet a lot of interesting priests and nuns, a lot of interesting pastors and everything
Right.
who want to be involved, right? And who are going to really support us next year and bringing education and early detection to
who are
the community.
supporting us now and, and with whom we are planning for 2023. Like what we've done, what we tend to do is Kevin is very big on taking a pool, taking a look at it, running the logistics, and then expanding out from there. So that's what we've been doing. That's what
Thank you very much,
you see us doing. Woo! We love logistics and planning.
Yeah.
So that we've been doing that with various denominations and building relationships.
Yeah. Trust
is important to us, and it's important to the people that we serve.
Yeah.
And we've dealt with a system that is distrusted for good reason.
Yeah, and I think the system, at times, the system uses a lot of. It just reminds me when I was in the financial industry, right? It's like they use a lot of inside terminology that makes sense to them, but doesn't mean anything to anyone outside.
There's more to it than just
there's
that.
still.
But you've been listening to On the Record with Kevin and Tiffany. We're going to come back and touch on this some more.